I remember the moment sitting with the minister when we finally got it agreed that financial education would go on the national curriculum. I thought that was it, we'd done it. But in hindsight, it was a Pyrrhic victory. The resources have not been put in place to help teachers teach. And that's what we want to do. There's not been enough teachers training, there's been nothing properly put in school. Young Money does a great job, but this is something that should come from the government. It hasn't. So what we thought is we wanted a good, solid resource that everybody could get behind, that we could work in schools to make it easy for teachers to teach, because if we do that, it'll make it much better for the pupils. And that's why we're doing a textbook. That's why we're going to make it free to every public school. I don't mean Eton-type public school, I mean school that's paid for by the state. Because we want pupils to know about this. There's nothing more important. We live in one of the world's most competitive consumer economies. Companies spend billions of pounds a year on advertising, on marketing, on teaching their staff to sell. We don't get any buyers training. Financial education is meant to change that, but we can only do it with the right resource, and that's what this is about. It's a good question. We wouldn't ask GlaxoSmithKline to pay for chemistry lessons, but for some reason the resources haven't been put in. I've been lobbying for it to happen for years. It didn't. So I've put my hand in my own pocket. I've made a donation that at least will make sure that kids get this education, because if the state won't do it, we'll do it. Now, I should say, this isn't a Martin Lewis textbook. I'm not writing it, and I don't have editorial control over it. This has to be mapped to the national curriculum. It has to be done by educational professionals rather than any sort of branding push by me. That's not what this is about. This is about providing the right resource to go into schools, and I hope you'll find it really useful. What's going to be in the textbook? Lots of stuff in detail with real worked-through examples that you can use in the class, and a teacher's guide as well. Chapters like saving and spending, borrowing, what's good debt, what's bad debt, when you should borrow, how much will it cost you, risk and reward, all the stuff that we need to tool up our kids to be better consumers. Look, the truth is, financial education isn't so much about teaching them all the answers, but teaching them to ask the questions and to understand there are questions to ask, and that you can't just blithely sign up to the first thing that comes across. You need to do the numbers, hopefully, and you need to do your research. And financial education teaches them the language of money. I'm really passionate about this. I think we can make a real difference to the lives of the children that you teach, and frankly, to our greater economy coming later on. So thank you so much for your support.